you have to imagine, I guess, straight white men are the only people who are intelligent in this world, like, right? Like, that can't be, and it isn't true.
Yeah.
And so what they tend to do is they think they tout a meritocracy when it's a mirrortocracy, right? Yeah. And they feel comfortable with themselves, and they need diversity. There's this.
That's Kara Swisher, a lefty journalist pushed by the New York Times on The View, complaining about the dangers of free speech and people like Elon Musk who allow conservatives with controversial opinions to speak without being shadow banned or facing consequences. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish. Today we're going to take a few minutes to break down this clip and discuss how the ladies of The View respond to such a controversial guest.
Everyone has guardrails. Media has guardrails. Insurance companies, plane, you know, everybody has guardrails. These people don't, and so they can do whatever they want. And they take our information in, including young people. Yes. They then gobble it up, spit it back out at us, charge us, and ask us to say thank you. I'm sorry. That seems like it's not a scam, but the American taxpayer paid for the internet. Let's just keep that in mind. And so that's gave Elon Musk a loan to save Tesla, and then he trashes the government. I'm sort of like, okay, sure.
Well, because there are no consequences.
What exactly would you want those consequences to be, Whoopi? And I'm sorry, was she suggesting that he can't be critical of the government because he got money from them? For one, where do you think that money came from? It's our money, and I imagine Elon has done a lot more to pay into that system than this bitter, upset journalist ever will. You know, it's funny to hear that kind of talk from people who support taking handouts from the government only to march in the streets 3 seconds later and burn American flags. Or a group that complains nonstop about how horrific capitalism is from a $2,000 iPhone in the middle of a Starbucks.
You need to take them down, they're breaking your rules.
Right.
And he said, everyone needs to speak. And I said, 2 years, 3 years of this over your transom, all this toxic waste is going to have an effect down the line.
Yeah.
And he said, no, they won't. And 2 years later, he threw them off. Yeah. So in that 2 years, that's how much toxic waste went through.
The big lie. You just keep repeating it. They know that.
Trump did that.
Yes,
you know,
Trump did that. He learned that back in the 40s, 30s.
You can anticipate this stuff. Yeah. So the only law that really covers the internet specifically gives them complete immunity from liability.
Absolutely.
Which is, they could walk down Fifth Avenue and shoot people. Yeah. And they do that every day around young girls and things like that, like self-esteem, and they're not liable.
No.
Yeah. So that's terrible.
And seemingly this is a world filled with no women.
Yes, correct.
Because they seem to have no understanding how anything works.
Right. Well, that's one of the assertions I make in the book, is that the reason that a lot of this stuff isn't safe is because most of the people designing it have never felt unsafe a day in their lives.
Yeah.
Saying that those people have never felt unsafe a day in their life is a pretty bold claim from a journalist. Strange how when audiences have concerns with propaganda and media, or parents are concerned about things targeting their kids, the answer is always, well, just turn it off then. But some people express controversial opinions online, and the whole internet needs to be shut down or censored because it's a danger to democracy. I agree that social media sucks. I'm not planning to let my kids use it, but something tells me that Kara Swisher's motivations are a little bit lopsided. I mean, during the same interview, they suggested that Elon Musk was a sociopath, and Mark Cuban and Tim Cook were the good ones because they weren't, quote, adult toddlers. Which I'm sure has nothing to do with the fact that they both carry water for her favorite causes, or that Cuban gets into public arguments with Elon Musk on the regular. I mean, it's clear that Swisher is a political hack. Here's a special assistant to John Fetterman saying that her and others like her are just hand-picked journalists that'll say whatever they want them to.
Tech reporter who is also as veered into political stuff, and her name's Kara Swisher, and she has multiple podcasts that I listen to every single day.
Kara
Swisher. She's one of the best.
Is she one of the ones that has interviewed Fetterman though? It's so interesting, but I want to know who they are because I'll listen to those people.
They're just puppets though.
Gee, it's no wonder why a lady like that has issues with free speech. The fact of the matter is, there are guardrails on Twitter, or X, or whatever it's called. I've seen people cross the line. You can't say anything that will endanger people. You can't make calls to violence. There are a few heinous phrases and words that you can't just throw around. I mean, it's really just a return to 2010 era sensibilities, and the left is losing its mind like Elon is creating a new dark web or something, because it allows people to be critical of the establishment and mainstream culture. But let me know what you think. Do you think we need more guardrails on things? Is Elon Musk a danger to democracy? Let me know in the comments, and if you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!